Good afternoon. It's my task today to open your eyes, broaden your vistas, and help you see the big picture. Now, forecasting the future can be a hazardous job, but there are a lot of tea leaves floating in our immediate past. A review of critical happenings in the past few decades can show how quickly and dramatically things can change. In 1993, the web ushered in the first real-time interactive medium. Amazon's 1995 debut impacted retail only until 2010, some 15 years later. In 1999, MP3s were giving the music industry fits. Today, music streaming is the #1 revenue source for the industry. Facebook changed our elections. The iPhone changed everything. So what will your business look like in 10 years? There is a saying in Silicon Valley that goes, we overestimate what can be done in 3 years, and we underestimate what can be done in 10. If there's any doubt about this phenomenon, allow me to dispel that right now. Life is accelerating. I call this phenomenon the time compression Uber trend. Allow me to take you back to 2010. It's the year the iPhone 4 debuted. Can I show you one image that illustrates how much life has changed? One image that illustrates how much life has changed. Can I? Oh, iPhone love. Oh, it's enough to cry over. In just 4 years, the phone went and became an object of lust and affection. And those emojis, they showed up in 2011. And 5 years later, the Oxford dictionaries named one word of the year. That emoji is officially known as face with tears of joy. But you know it a lot better as laughing my ass off. Welcome to the wonderful world of the digital lifestyle, where emojis are the new hieroglyphics. That same year, Jimmy Fallon joked, we're only 5 years away from kids asking, Mom, what were words? 2015 was also the year that brought us Alexa. How many of you have an Amazon Echo speaker? Raise your hands. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's great, right? And those who don't have one, you're going to be joining us really soon, because Canalys predicts that 56 million of these smart speakers will be sold this year. I said 56 million. Million. Have you noticed that Jeff Bezos is starting to look an awful lot like Dr. Evil? Oh, yeah. And like Dr. Evil, Jeff aims to conquer the world. And by the looks of things, he's succeeding. Now, you've probably detected a common thread behind all these disruptions, right? Technology. Yes. Technology, by my estimate, propels 2/3 of all trends. And you need to stay on top of these technology trends. Technology is the driving force behind social media. I forgot this one. Let's watch.
Dogs like it so much, and it's a nice bonding experience.
How many of you want to run home right now and pet your friendly dog? Social media can be distracting, right? Can be very distracting, but as many people will tell you, you need to stay laser focused on these technology trends. And if you, again, feel like technology has become an endless stream of bomb cyclones, there's an apt saying for that in Spanish. La vida es una serie de colisiones con el futuro. Life is a series of collisions with the future. And now you know why the top trending topic on LinkedIn these days is change readiness. And there is no greater collisionary force out there than the Uber trend. Now, you're probably saying, Michael, what the heck is an Uber trend? An Uber trend is a massive wave, think tsunami, that cascades through society, leaving many sub-trends in its wake. And what makes an Uber trend so special is that it's changing American values. Most trends merely skim the social surface. And the biggest Uber trend I track today is the digital lifestyle, or as I like to call it, the marriage of man and machine. The computer is becoming us, and we're becoming the computer. Don't believe me? When you get tired, you crash. And you love to multitask. And because you multitask so much, you're forgetting more, so you need memory protection. Those are 3 core traits of the CPU, or the central processing unit of the computer. In fact, there's a scientist in the Netherlands who believes that by 2050 we'll be marrying robots, and Massachusetts will be the first state to allow it. Do you think we'll find robot love, anybody? Do you? Yeah? Do you? No? Really? You don't think? Let me give you a piece of advice. Don't knock it until you try it, okay? All right? Did you catch this news clip on CBS?
But the Henna Hotel, which translates to strange hotel in Japanese, lives up to its name. Just meet the front desk staff.
Please ask me a request, but don't ask me a difficult question because I am a robot.
Did you hear what the robot just said? Don't ask me any difficult questions. The robots are already starting to resemble their human counterparts. They're ready for customer service. And because robots are so good at customer interaction, they have already started to invade the hospitality industry. We already have Flippy, the hamburger robot, and we have a pizza-making robot, and we even have Nino, the robotic bartender. Hamburgers, pizza, wine, we got ourselves a bot party. And these innovations are going to come down the pike at ever faster rates. And the reason for that is what I just mentioned earlier, the time compression Uber trend. Technology is accelerating time. And developments like AI, or artificial intelligence, are speeding up the process. Just last week, we learned that AI agents already can beat humans at visually driven gameplay. That is an astonishing leap forward. And, you can imagine that this is a rather complex topic. So I understand that some of you might not get time compression. So I thought I'd enlist the help of a comedian to help explain it better. Stephen Wright once said, I put instant coffee in the microwave oven. I almost went back in time. That explains it better, doesn't it? Exactly. Do you remember when you played with these Rubik's Cubes when you were a kid? Remember that? Very difficult to solve, weren't they? Check out this kid.
Whoa!
5 seconds. Can you believe that? 5 seconds. I'd still be adjusting my pants, right? It's crazy. Anyway, can anyone figure out what this means? Anybody? You figure out? Yeah? Too long. Didn't read. Exactly. Can you believe it? Keep your emails to 1 paragraph. I have 0 bandwidth. And that's another technology-infused term. I have 0 bandwidth. And notice that it's kind of an insult, so they put a smiley in the middle. Right? Isn't that funny? And our nanosecond culture has led visitors to spend just 75 seconds on your way too long web copy. And time compression is also to blame for our severe lack of patience. 67% of social media users want to hear from you the same day. And 4 out of 10 want to hear from you within an hour. And this trend is even more pronounced among millennials, your customers of tomorrow. But if you want to see the ultimate expression of the time compression Uber trend, I have to take you to Saginaw, Michigan, where we have the nation's first drive-through funeral chapel. I didn't know him very well. The heck with it. Let's just drive through. And if you think that this is an outlier, I have news for you. It's also already in Compton, California. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. So the trend is spreading. So let me give you a couple of thought starters for these Uber trends. The time compression Uber trend has led to a multitasking population that is in love with instant gratification. What's the joke in the office? I want it when? Yesterday, exactly. See? We want instant gratification. So you need to think about what I'll help you with a little memory bridge. EST, efficiency, simplicity, and time savings. Those are the 3 core values that this Uber trend dictates we should follow. And the digital lifestyle, meanwhile, that has reinvented the way we do innovation. The digital lifestyle is ruled by that trend I told you all about. As technology becomes more interwoven with the fabric of life, you need to think about the 3 C's: convergence, connectivity, and convenience. So what do these 3 trends tell you that you should be doing in your business? First, when it comes to connectivity, as you well know, the world is going wireless. So your mobile experience should be as good or better than your desktop one. Number 2 is make your customer life more convenient by keeping things simple and responding within one day. And third, stay ahead of converging technology trends like artificial intelligence or machine learning and robotics, because these are going to reinvent your business in the next 10 years. I hope I gave you a big bump today and inspired and prepared you for the future. But there is one absolutely critical ingredient for innovation success, and that's having an open mind. I want you to think of the words of the immortal Robin Williams, who once said, "I went to rehab in the wine country just to keep my options open." And I want you to have that kind of open mind, okay? All these Uber trends, and a heck of a lot more, are going to be codified in my upcoming book, Uber Trends, How Trends and Innovation Are Transforming Our Future. I thank you very much for listening. Thank you.